from one variant to another, and the new variants are going to have certain characteristics. They're going to be more infectious than the previous variant, and they're likely to be less pathogenic, and yet they're going to have a selection.
Parkinson's may have been caused by the herbicide paraquat, and you may be entitled to compensation. Call 1-800-731-3333. That's 1-800-731-3333.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street, in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, blockchain companies, the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators, bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. Tonix is a biotech company working to fight COVID-19 with two different next-generation COVID vaccine candidates, an antiviral, and also a treatment for long COVID. And with me is CEO Seth Lederman to explain where they are in this fight. And Seth, I look forward to your update, because I know the last time we talked, you were working on a vaccine as well. So looks like you've got a broad number of candidates here, broad number of products to fight COVID. Can you bring me up to date on what you've got going?
Thank you, Jane. Thanks for having me back. Yeah, we're working in a number of different ways on COVID because no one could have predicted how wily this virus could be, how much it's mutating, how much it's frustrating all of our efforts to evade it. Currently, there are three arms to the fight against COVID: the mRNA vaccines, the antivirals, and the monoclonal antibodies. And what we're finding is that the existing mRNA vaccines have limited abilities. They have short duration of protection, only 4 to 6 months, and they don't block forward transmission. On the antivirals, really you have remdesivir from Gilead as being the anchor of the antiviral treatment, and that's already had some resistant strain documented against it. The Pfizer drug is very interesting, but it's limited because it can't be taken by many people who are older on other medicines. And then finally, the monoclonal antibodies. There were 4 approved, and now 2 of them have been shown not to work against Omicron, so they aren't working. So we're not in a good position right now as a country, as humanity, in terms of fighting COVID. So Tonix is proud to have many programs underway. We really think that by having more programs underway, we're able to take the expertise we have in animal models, in looking at the human immune response, and in understanding the virus itself to bring forth better candidates. Mm-hmm. So one of our vaccines is a live virus vaccine, TNX 1800, and we believe that will provide durable immunity, for years, decades, maybe lifetime, because it's in a live virus vaccine vector. We have an antiviral that has recently been studied by NIAID, that's Dr. Tony Fauci's division, and shown to be 65 times more potent than remdesivir, and to work together with remdesivir in an additive way. And then also long COVID, huge problem. About a third of people who recover from COVID get long COVID. And we have a treatment that we expect to be in clinical trials this half to start to address long COVID.
Is there efficiencies in working on all 4 of these, even though they're not exactly the same thing? Is there some overlap that helps with the development?
Yes. And that's an excellent question. And that's why we are working on them, because we do feel that we can take the expertise in, large animal models, non-human primates, small animals, hamsters, mice, et cetera, and then also, in tissue culture in the lab, that all of those are similarly used across the different modalities, and we have expertise in all three. Furthermore, we're studying in two programs that we've publicly disclosed, CoVlogic and Precision. We're studying the human immune response to COVID. So together, all of these things give us, I think, an advantage of seeing a bigger picture and in efficiently studying these different things. And also, as I think we spoke about last time, we have a approximately 40,000 square foot facility in Frederick, Maryland, that is dedicated completely to virus, antiviral, vaccine research. Frederick, Maryland is right in the heart of the biotech corridor, and not only that, the biodefense and pandemic preparedness corridor of Maryland, and that's a very important aspect in our ability to run these programs and really contribute to the fight against COVID.
Well, thank you, Dr. Letterman, for explaining that, and good luck on your efforts. And it's a fight I think we're going to be fighting for quite some time.
Thank you.
Here at Glint, we're making money fairer. How? By using gold. Glint lets you store, exchange, send, and spend multiple currencies, including gold, through a simple iPhone or Android app. You can spend your currencies and your gold in small or large amounts using the Glint MasterCard. Register for your Glint account today by downloading the app from your favorite app store. Glint, the global currency.
Cyber attacks are a global threat affecting consumers and companies. Whether you're using your computer or mobile device to bank, shop, or work remotely, your privacy and corporate data are at risk. For over 20 years, Strikeforce Technologies has developed some of the world's leading cybersecurity solutions. Millions of users around the world have put their trust in us to protect what matters most. Your privacy and data are your business. Protecting it is ours. Visit StrikeForceTech.com today.
Growing clones in-house can severely drain both quality and costs for cannabis and hemp businesses. PharmaGreen Biotech is the key to growing high-quality plantlets. PharmaGreen services includes premium tissue-cultured starter plantlets and live preservation of any plant species. Grow into the future of optimized plant growth with PharmaGreen. See our update at update.pharmagreen.ca.
SEKUR is a private, secure email messaging system. The company also has some new features coming out for businesses as well very soon. With me is CEO Alon Gahi to talk more about this. And Alon, I love, it seems like every time we talk once a week, and there's always some kind of hacking or security issue. And this week it's that some Mac users think that Zoom is listening to them, even when you're not on Zoom. What do you know about that?
That's it. There's a hack every hour. We could have tons of content, but we don't have enough time. So the latest article is Mac users are reporting more and more that Zoom is recording your conversation and listening to it. So it's not surprising. It's like when WhatsApp got caught, Facebook got caught, when they found out that their contractors based overseas, mind you, were listening and recording to your conversation. And the excuse was, we want to improve your user experience. That's the most pathetic.
The language skills too. That was another one.
It's like the language skill, the other one could be, it's the most pathetic excuse that these big tech companies are all using. And the reason why, because when they get caught, and once in a while, like Zoom did last year, they pay $100 million in fines to some European Union. They're the only ones in the EU. They're trying to hammer down on these guys, but they're the lone soldier over there. And once in a while, they pay $100 million to shut them up, and that's it. I mean, that's pathetic. So if you use Zoom, because a lot of people use it, and I have to hand it to them, they have a very good tool. So it works really well. Better than the other solutions that I have seen. So if you use Zoom and you have a Mac, what I recommend is uninstall the application completely So don't just shut it down. You have to uninstall it, restart your computer, and then when you have another Zoom conference, just reinstall the app. It's unfortunate, but that's probably the best way you can protect yourself against people listening and recording to your conversation, from corporate secret all the way to your most intimate conversations at home with your family. And obviously, we're going to come up with solutions so people don't have to suffer like that anymore.
Awesome. And we're going to do what we can to get the word out so people know there is a alternative to what we have.
To cut you, and on the video conferencing, we are launching SEKUR Pro, which is our alternative to video conferencing like Zoom. That will come probably at the end of Q2 or in July. It'll be about $35 to $50 per person. It will have the video conferencing, the voice encryption, email, and messaging. So the whole gamut. And we're launching SEKUR Voice, which is voice encryption. That's coming in Q2 sometime. We're hoping in the month of May. So exciting stuff happening. And finally, you won't have to give your entire data to China or Facebook when you make a video conferencing tool and you discuss people's medical information or your company's, top secret IP that you developed. And it won't go to an outsider for sale, because we guarantee that we don't data mine it and your information belongs to you.
Okay. Well, thank you. I look forward to more updates and looking forward to meeting you in person very soon.
Likewise. Looking forward to it. Very excited.
Very great. Thanks, Alon, so much.
Here at Glint, we're making money fairer. How? By using gold. Glint lets you store, exchange, send, and spend multiple currencies, including gold, through a simple iPhone or Android app. You can spend your currencies and your gold in small or large amounts using the Glint MasterCard. Register for your Glint account today by downloading the app from your favorite app store. Glint, the global currency.
Growing clones in-house can severely drain both quality and costs for cannabis and hemp businesses. PharmaGreen Biotech is the key to growing high-quality plantlets. PharmaGreen services includes premium tissue cultured starter plantlets and live preservation of any plant species. Grow into the future of optimized plant growth with PharmaGreen. See our update at update.pharmagreen.ca.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Sibannac is a cannabis-based research and development company offering premium cannabis products. And with me is CEO David Mirsky to explain all about Sibannac. And let's start with the name of the company, David, because it fooled me a little. So tell me about Sibannac. How did you get the name?
Yes. Well, I did not make up the name. When I came into the company, the company was operated as an online ad platform that was open to cannabis advertisers. So hence the name Sibannac is cannabis in reverse. When I took it over, however, we decided in the outgoing management to pivot and go into a new direction. And that has brought us into where we are today as a really cutting edge leader in product development, not only in cannabis, but next generation wellness. And that's really what Sibannac is going to be as a platform in the products and the brands that we are bringing to market in this coming year.
So give me a little history of the company. When were you founded? Talk about that.
The company's about 15 years old and had operated in another space and then migrated to cannabis in the online ad space. And in about 2017, I took over the reins, and we immediately decided to pivot and investigate the unbelievable future in cannabis and overall wellness products. So we did start in conventional CBD following passage of the Farm Bill, which allowed companies like us to manufacture cannabis-based products that didn't compete with the licensed cannabis market in marijuana, and formulate all kinds of CBD products that you see on the shelf today. However, the company is a much more expanded platform than where we started. We do have an FDA registered food facility where we conduct research and development and do contract manufacturing for third-party brands, as well as now we're getting really deeply involved in investigating, developing cutting-edge products that have CBD and other cannabis or cannabinoids in their ingredient profiles, but other products and ingredients we're looking at that are quite different and not based on cannabis at all, but all focused on a premium consumer looking for a really highly formulated product to address the needs of the consumer today, which are anxiety, relaxation, pain, and sleep, and the like. And we're using ingredients that aren't really common in the marketplace today.
Yeah. So it sounds like you do a lot of research and development as well.
A lot of research and development. We have a great team that is very experienced in the supplement space through formulating products with different delivery systems. We're using patented technology now using copper-1 as an ingredient that is phenomenal for immunity. And we are investigating products using kratom now, which is based on a compound called mitragynine, which is an Asian plant that's in the coffee family that has been very successful in helping to alleviate chronic pain.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's very exciting to hear about Sibannac today and what all you're doing. And I look forward to more interviews as we get updates.
Thank you so much.
David.
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life. Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
We have with us the CEO of SportemonGo, the company that is building the world's best tokenized sports platform with an NFT marketplace and an impressive list of global sports stars as well. So with me, Ricky Jackson, to talk about the latest with SportemonGo. Of course, we've talked from time to time, but you've begun to move into the NFT space a little bit more aggressively, I think, since we last spoke. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Jane. Nice to speak to you again too. We've opened up our NFT marketplace now, so it's real, it's live. We've released our first Premier League star we've minted them and released them on the marketplace. And we also have play-to-earn games, which is quite exciting, which is also on the marketplace.
Mm-hmm. And then now there's Greyhound dogs, right? So explain what that is. How does that play into the company?
Well, it's a big sport in Australia and the UK, and it has been a sport in the US as well. Greyhounds racing. Of course, it's a little bit more dog friendly when it's in the virtual space. And it's, like horse racing, dogs, you can race them, you can bet them. And in our game, you can own the NFT. So you can own the dogs and the racetrack even.
Wow. So I can own a virtual Greyhound and bet on it at a race and make money from that?
Yeah, in the metaverse. Absolutely. Okay. So you can own the horse, which could win the race and you earn money there, or you could bet on someone else's dog and win win there. And, it gives everyone the opportunity to earn, even whether they're playing, owning the dogs. You can rent a dog, train the dogs. You get lots of different ways to play and earn.
Oh, well, my husband would love that because he doesn't want a real dog, even though the rest of us want a real dog. So this works for people who don't want that. Yeah.
There's no poops and there's no hair on your couch.
That's right. You don't have to take him out for walks in the rain either. So is this metadog.racing? Is the Greyhound part of that or?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. So it's metadog.racing is the website. And we're at the end of the first quarter, we'll have the game out. We're just in the stage of doing the beta currently. And, so that's the website, and then we'll release the game, and we look like we'll have it on various chains.
Okay. And then also there's some Grand Prix racing as well that you're working on. It would be kind of the same concept, right? A virtual.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so it's Meta DeFi1, so DEF1 .racing, and that is going to be Formula Ones racing around various cities in the metaverse. And again, you can own the cars, you can bet on them, and lots of other different ways you can play and earn in that game too.
Yeah. And then Ricky, just kind of for people who haven't seen our previous interviews, just explain the company. What all things are you involved in right now?
Yeah, so we're really an end-to-end sports company, going from everything from NFTs to fantasy sports to betting, all the way through to the play-to-earn games that we've described. And we've got a lot more on the drawing board that'll be rolled out throughout 22 and beyond. And, it encompasses 30 years of different sports that we've been involved in, from licensing, merchandise, marketing, collectibles, making games. And we've wrapped it up into this virtual space and now bringing a lot of brands into the metaverse as well.
Well, Ricky, thank you so much for joining us, bringing us up to date on SportemonGo, and we look forward to more cool things that you roll out this year.
Thanks very much for your time, Jay.
Here at Glint, we're making money fairer. How? By using gold. Glint lets you store, exchange, send, and spend multiple currencies, including gold, through a simple iPhone or Android app. You can spend your currencies and your gold in small or large amounts using the Glint MasterCard. Register for your Glint account today by downloading the app from your favorite app store. Glint, the global currency.
Growing clones in-house can severely drain both quality and costs for cannabis and hemp businesses. PharmaGreen Biotech is the key to growing high-quality plantlets. PharmaGreen services includes premium tissue cultured starter plantlets and live preservation of any plant species. Grow into the future of optimized plant growth with PharmaGreen. See our update at update.pharmagreen.ca.
Hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
GTX Corp is a health and safety wearables company with a particular focus on health technology, with medical devices, equipment, and other things. And with me, CEO Patrick Bertagna, to talk about something. So Patrick, I saw some videos on YouTube and elsewhere about the longevity revolution that your company's behind. So explain that. What is that?
Well, simply said, we want to build technology. We are building technology that makes life for people longer and better. Just think about being well, healthy, and living a long, healthy, wellness-filled life. So the longevity revolution.
Mm-hmm. And then just tell me a little bit about how GTX fits into that overall concept. What are you doing to get us there?
Well, our core business is tracking and monitoring technology. So we've been in the wearable space for many years. We're really a pioneer in this space. I think we're the first or amongst the first wearable technology companies out there. So we focus specifically on people with cognitive memory disorders, such as Alzheimer's, dementia, autism, traumatic brain injury. And most of these people had something very similar in common, is that they have a tendency to get lost and disoriented, so they need constant oversight. But you can't give them a phone or a tracking device or put something on them because they will discard it, they'll lose it. So we built the world's first invisible GPS tracking device. We embed the device inside of an orthotic insole, and the wearer doesn't even know that it's on them, and their caregivers, whether it's a family member or professional, will know at all times where they are. And we filed a lot of patents for this. And we, before the iPhones or the Galaxy phones even came out. So we were really a pioneer in the whole GPS tracking space. And the longevity revolution plays into this, whereby we will be adding other medical devices, wearable medical devices, and connecting them all to our footwear platform.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fascinating. And actually, that does solve a lot of problems as we see the society age, and we're going to be dealing with these things, it looks like, for a while. And now you mentioned you filed patents early on. So how does all of that history and all the work and the research and everything you've been doing position GTX for the future?
It really positions us very well for a number of reasons. So, like I said, we filed a lot of patents, some of them as early as 2002, 3, and 4. So even before the iPhone was ever invented and launched. So that gives us a real good competitive advantage and edge in terms of the positioning of wearable tracking and monitoring technology. We also have this incredible platform that we built from scratch, where we have our own cellular connectivity, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. We packetize the data in a secure manner and send it up to the cloud. Again, it's totally secured. So how that best positions us is by adding other wearable devices such as health rate monitors, temperature reading, oxygen intake. So just think about blood pressure, all these different monitors and sensors that could be attached to the body that currently are connected to an iWatch or something like that. We're going to connect all these devices to our footwear platform. What that does is it ensures that the person is always going to be collecting this data, because every time they go outside, they're putting their shoes on and they've got this platform of ours under their foot that's collecting all this data. The key point of this is that it's all secure. You're not going through big tech. We're not going through Apple and Google and Facebook. We're controlling the path of that data. And we believe that's about 5 to 10% of the world's population either cannot use a phone because of, again, autism, traumatic brain injury, Alzheimer's, dementia, or absolutely don't want their data to be passed through big tech. So that's our focus. It's a big market. We estimate the size of that market currently to be around 100 million people. We've identified 20 countries so far that we are currently in selling product to, and have active distributors in those countries. And that's what the future holds for us. We've got a great IP portfolio, we've got a great hardware, software platform, and we're going after what everybody wants, to live a better quality of life and a longer, better life.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Patrick, for coming with this update today, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you, Jane. My pleasure.
Big thing about the American dream is we can dream big. We want to help you get to the next level. We are invested in your success, not merely your financial success, but in your independence.
Fox Business, invested in you.
Anybody that wants to maximize their workout, anybody that feels that their energy reserves are not what they used to be, True Niagen slowly builds energy in your cells. It's like beast mode for your cells. I'm Shannon Sharp, and I'm a true believer.
Looking to save on car insurance? Then why settle for one quote from a single carrier when you can compare over 50 with Jerry? Companies claim to save, but Jerry finds who can save you the most. Fast, free, and no phone calls. Save up to $848 at getjerry.com.
to continue with my business and at the same time to be able to improve my
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education. So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at liveunited.org/volunteer.
Do you wear this?
Hi, Grandma. I played baseball today.
Oh, that's great.
What position did you play?
First base.
That's what Grandpa used to play.
When our